Can you believe it? Easter is almost here. And what child doesn't like to get little bunnies and trinkets in their Easter basket? Well, today I'm fixing to show you how to make this cute little in the hoop bunny candy holder. And you can get the design from appliqueangel.com. It's real simple to make. It stitches up quick. It's easy to do. It's everything you'll love in the design. So I'll be back with the tutorial. Next, you will cut a piece of cutaway stabilizer big enough to cover the 5x7 hoop, because that's what's required in order to make these little candy holders. So cut your piece of stabilizer to cover this hoop and go ahead and hoop the stabilizer. You'll notice my felt sheet is now inside my hoop, and I smoothed it out, and you'll notice that it covers from one side to the other of my hoop on the inside, and that is what you want it to do. And it goes from one end to the other on the hoop. So now we're ready to take it to the embroidery machine. As you can see, I've got my hoop back on my machine, and now I'm ready to stitch the design. Now what you will need to do is put a stop in before it stitches the outline stitch. It stitches the outline stitch last. And on this design, you need to stop your machine and do not let it stitch that stitch until you place your other piece of fabric on. So here we go. Okay, I'm going to stop the video while it does the stitching. Stitching the parts that needed to be stitched. Now we will take the hoop off the machine and we will move it to our work area. Back at our work area now, we will turn our embroidery hoop over. You will see the back side of the embroidery hoop. You will see the stabilizer. This is the side you will be working on now. And you will take this spray. What I use is called basting spray. It's a sticky adhesive temporary spray for sewing and quilting. And you will use this, and you will take this other piece of felt that you cut at the beginning when you cut the sheet in half. You will spray the basting spray on one side of this felt. My suggestions would be that you step out of the room where your embroidery machine is at. I usually step outside. And you will spray this piece of felt. Just a little bit. It don't have to be saturated. And then you will bring it back inside and we will go from there. My piece of felt has been sprayed, and now you will take your felt and you will place it sticky side down to cover the sewing on the back of the stabilizer. This is called floating it on the back side, or floating it underneath. And then you will smooth it down and take it back to your machine to finish the final step. It has now been taken back to the machine, and it is stitching the final outline stitch of the design. When this stitch finishes, we will remove the hoop from our embroidery machine, and then we will trim around all the design, but I'll show you in just a moment. See, our design is finished stitching, so now we will remove it from the hoop. Now you will take your scissors and trim probably about 1/4 of an inch from the line, the sewing line, all the way around your design, and it will be finished. Your heavy duty scissors, and you will trim all the way around the design, leaving about 1/4 of an inch away from the stitching, and you will go all the way around the design, trimming a neat trim, because you want it to have a finished look when you get through. And you will be trimming through all 3 layers. That's both layers of the felt as well as the stabilizer. So start trimming. I'm trimming all the way around the design. And the thing is, I said 1/4 of an inch away from the stitch line. Actually, it's probably more, 1/8 of an inch. But you can just judge it according to your personal taste, how close you want it to be to the stitch line. Just don't cut into the stitch line or touch it. And you'll have a nice looking product when you get finished. When you finish trimming, this is how your little bunny should look. And now all you have left to do is add your Velcro for the hands. This is what I purchased, the Velcro sticky back, general purpose, stick-on little rounds at Walmart. I purchased them, and that's what I use on them. But I have found out that they won't stay stuck. So what you'll need to do is put a little drop of permanent glue of some type. I use the fabric glue on the back of the little piece of Velcro and stick it to the hand of your bunny. You will stick one on the back side of one hand, and you will stick one on the front side of the other hand. Now I have the Velcro stuck onto the front of this side, and if you flip it over, you will see the piece of Velcro is stuck to the back side of this one. And then you will just simply pull the 2 hands together to form a loop and stick them together with the Velcro. Like this. And there you have your little in the hoop bunny, all done, ready to go into your Easter basket for your little sweet child in your life, or ready for you to sell. And of course you want to trim it a little better than I did for this one of this video. I will trim this one up a little bit more. But anyway, you'll want to trim around it and make it really neat looking. But this is basically how it's done. It's a very quick process. You do the stitching on the body, then you stop your machine, you do your outline stitching after you attach your extra piece of felt to the bottom side of your hoop. It's real simple. And I have this design available on appliqueangel.com.